Hello, this is Greg Allis from Green Greg's Garden Worm Farm, coming to you on the 13th day of October 2020. Let's talk about Sumac, however you want to say it. There is what we call staghorn sumac that grows here, and it grows in temperate and also in subtropical regions across the northern hemisphere. And you can see it makes these nice little berry stacks. Those are knocked over, they're kind of falling down probably from the rain we've had here. And I want you to see the leaf pattern. Now the funny thing is, the leaves on these and the leaves on elderberry are pretty much the same pattern. Very similar. I'll show you some side by side here in a moment. Also, sumac has a tendency to turn colors in autumn, and more so than elderberry. I'll show you that too. And sometimes they grow side by side, and I think this is actually elderberry here. Yeah, that's elderberry, and this one's already lost its leaves except for a few. And I'll show you though some elderberry that hasn't lost its leaves next to some sumac. And so we'll walk over there. So what's the thing about sumac and elderberry? Why do I care about sumac? Well, it is a wild edible wild spice. You might know that a lot of people make Indian lemonade from sumac. And what you do is essentially you take the berries when they're still fruity. Here's some right here that's got a lot of color to it. See, that's sumac. This has got a lot of color. Now see, these are winged. The ones I was looking at earlier didn't have wings. There's a wasp. Say hello to the wasp. Hello, waspy. The wasp won't bother you if you don't bother it. And if you're around this nest, oh no, you're in trouble. Here's some berries that are real close over here. I gotta rip this tree out so my solar system will get light. These are some of the berries. These are old, they're dried out some. But while they're still fresh, a little bit fresher than that, you can make the Indian lemonade out of them. It makes a pink lemonade. People also refer to it as pink lemonade. Yeah, they're edible, but they're not something you're gonna make a food out of. So I'm gonna show you some more over here. So yeah, you can make pink lemonade. Basically, you soak and steep the berries in water. Probably best if you let them sit out in the sun or something. Those have a little color to them, but they're not, those are drying up. Sometimes they look a lot prettier than that, like the ones on the other side. It's just gonna vary from bush to bush. Now right here is elderberry bush right next to it. You can see the leaves look about the same. You can see where the elderberries were. I've done a special on elderberries already. That's an elderberry bush. What's different is the fruit. And of course, it's a different tree, but they look a lot alike. And they might grow side by side, as right here. I've got them almost side by side, elderberry and sumac. Now the sumac, this sumac don't have any fruit on it. It's kind of interesting. There might have been some, maybe something else. Birds will eat it. But in the Mideast, they take sumac and they will make a spice out of it. They dry it and grind it up. There's 35 different species, and each species is going to give you a little different characteristic. Like there's a special Persian species. But what they'll do is they'll dry it, grind it up, and use it as a spice in stuff like hummus. I think falafels have it in them, and spice meats. So there's a lot of different things. Let's walk over to the other bush that's got the fruit, although it's kind of smaller. My greenhouse out here. Just because it's got the fruits on it. It actually looks prettier. And that bush is going to be ripped out. I got to cut it. It will come back from the roots so every summer. But I don't want to hear in the winter time because it shades my solar arrays here. I'm about to turn them back on. So can't have all these bushes here in front of it then. This has got to be an open space. So getting back to it, there's several things and uses of it. Like I said, there's spice. There's the lemonade, and then there's tannins. These leaves and the bark have a lot of tannins in them, and it's used to tan leather. and it can be used as a dye, and in fact it will cause different colors depending on what species it is. But the funnier thing is you got to be careful with either the berries ground up in powder or the dye, because it can actually it will penetrate, like if you're using it on the kitchen counter, it will penetrate marble deep. You'll never get it out. So you don't want these, unless your countertops are sealed. Any marble that's not really sealed, and you think marble is slick and smooth and nothing will get in it, well, you might have another thing coming. You don't want to put this on your marble. It's just something you might want to know, just for a lesson. But the wood will also fluoresce. That's another funny thing about it. The wood, when it's dried under fluorescent UV light, will actually fluoresce. So it's got some kind of strange electrical properties to it, right? So kind of interesting, it's got several uses, but mainly the berries can be used either as a spice or like for a lemonade. And that's what you need to know. I just ate one of them, and I'm not doing the funky chicken on the ground right now. So maybe the chances are I won't die from as a result of that. That's not happening. So please subscribe to my channel, bang the update notification bell, and that way you'll get notifications of future videos. I've got a lot more to do about wild edibles, including these little flowery bushes here. And I got a lot more to do about gardening. Be time to harvest my turmeric next month and plant garlic. I already got garlic coming up, so I'll plant more. That's next month. I got to clear these beds out to do my garlic right there. Hey guys, I'm a one-guy operation. I get some help from time to time, but really do need some more help, because I do have a full-time job and I may be going TDY a lot in the future, so I'll be looking for some more help. In any event, so if you're interested, let me know. I really could use a farm manager basically on a sharecropping basis, not just turn it all over, because with traveling, and I need to be able to go other places. So we'll talk about it. Now, that's all that said. Yeah, please subscribe to my channel, bang the update notification bell, and click all. For garden seeds, right now you need to consider planting and saving seeds for next year. It may not be available next year. I talk about things like our grid could go down. There's a lot of threats to our security here in the United States, and seed availability may be an issue anyway. So I say get as many as you can, start getting them now, and get them along as you can. I've got links below to Tree Leaf Market. Check them out. That's the best place to go to get your seeds. Tree Leaf Market has a lot of good seeds, and they tell you how to plant them, in addition to the videos I show. They tell you how to plant them. I tell you how to prep your beds. That's one thing you'll miss in these other videos from other channels, so that you can grow totally organically without having to go to the store and buy anything from making your own stuff. That's what I cover. That's what you need to know. So that's why you want to subscribe. And I also do a lot of videos about prepping, what's going on in the world, what you need to know about to keep your eyes wide open and head on a swivel. So there you go. Go to Tree Leaf Market. And I got a special right now, a really good special for long-term food storage for those of you interested in prepping. $100 off for 4 weeks worth. This store's for 25 years. Go to prepwithgreg.com, click on the My Patriot logo, and you'll find all kind of other prepping supplies. Anyway, thank you for watching.